everyone, my name is Rafael and I am the founder of BeGreat.com and the creator of Great Life Planning System. I help young adults learn essential life skills, implement proven success strategies, and create an effective personal life plan. A life plan designed to help you achieve joy, success, deep fulfillment within and make a positive impact on the world. So if you want to be great in life, I will help you plan it, do it, and be it. Now today we're going to cover your past. Basically, how does your past impact your future, the past experiences, the negative memories that you've had, they do impact your future and your present, and you want to control that a little bit and make sure it impacts you in a positive way and helps you along the way, rather than impact you in a negative way. So the way that I understand it, I'm a visual person, so pictures like this actually help me understand things better, so I hope that works for you as well. All right, let's go ahead and start here, all right? Put this here. By the way, I don't draw this well. Kudos to my friend Kyle. He put these drawings together for me. Thank you, Kyle. So when you have your past impact you in a negative way, this is the way I like to present it to myself, at least, so I understand it. And I think it's very obvious that you'll see this individual that's wearing a backpack and is unable to walk. It's so heavy on his back or her back, and what's inside is all the past experiences, all the past memories that this individual has had. And if we are not careful, what's going to happen is that all those negative memories, all those negative experiences will boggle us down. And as we move forward in life, we need to be pretty agile, right? Especially in this day and age where things move pretty fast. So we have to be very quick thinking. We have to be agile, as I said, and pretty smart. The last thing we need is obstacles that we put in front of ourselves, right? There's plenty of obstacles out there that we have to fight on a daily basis. So we don't want to bring this with us. And as you see in this picture, there's rejections, trauma, failure, shame, stress, you name it, all the negative stuff that has happened in the past. They're up there in our minds, right? And when an opportunity presents itself, it will not allow us to move forward, basically. Or sometimes it's even subconscious, so we don't know why. And sometimes it is conscious. We actually remember what happened in the past and we said we're not going to do that again. So I'm sure it has happened to you. It's happened in my life so many times where there's an opportunity that presents itself and you feel like you want to make a move, you want to take advantage of that opportunity. It could be in your dating life, maybe asking somebody out. It could be in your career, maybe going for the new job or going for an interview, just going outside your comfort zone. It could be maybe with your health, you going into the gym and working out. Anyways, all that sort of stuff that has happened in the past and you have failed or there's been some shame associated to it, it will boggle you down and it will put that weight on your back. So when the opportunity presents itself, you have this feeling where, I don't know, I'm not ready for it, I can't, I just, maybe I'll do it later. So you take your time, you procrastinate, or maybe truly you feel afraid. You say to yourself, hey, I've done this before and it has turned out very, very bad. And that's something that it will impact you if we don't take care of that, okay? So the next picture I want to show you is this. Let's put this one over here so we can see it. Okay, so there is another problem with carrying your past, especially negative stuff on your back, is a matter of identity, okay? You identified with it so much that you feel that this is who I am, and this is who I'm going to be now, and this is who I'm going to be in the future. That's my nature, that's my personality, okay? And the example that I want to give with that level of conversation is this: if there is a boat basically riding on on a lake like this, and there's a large wake behind it, right? So when we say that, hey, my past is who I am, and I can't do anything about it, and all these past failures that I've had, all these bad situations, this just made me who I am. It's always great to take the positive stuff, because that's what helps you move forward. It actually, it's like a sail, right? The wind behind you. It will help you and motivate you, and you feel confident and you move forward. But the negative stuff really, really will hurt you, right? It's going to hold you back and stop you. So the way I like to think about it is that if you think that way, then what you're saying is that the wake behind the boat, it's what's pushing the boat forward, right? That's exactly what we're saying. We're saying the past is what's moving forward, and this is who I am. But we know that's not true, right? We know that's not true. What's moving the boat forward? It's actually the engine, right? It's the present moment, it's the current state of mind that you have, and when you look into the future, that's where you want to go. So this is the mistake that we make, in my opinion, and has happened to me so many times, and it's taken many years to overcome that, is that I have to let go of the past. The wake is not what's moving the boat forward. It's there, I see it, but it's not what it's doing, right? My focus has to be on that engine. Where am I going right now? How much power do I have? How much fuel do I need? Which direction I'm going? So the good stuff from the past, I should be using that, because that's what gives me fuel. But the bad stuff that's stopping me, I don't want to associate with that. I have to do something about it so it doesn't impact me that much, all right? So now let me show you the next image that I have. I actually draw this one myself, so. So let me get a cup of water here. Okay, so the memories and the experiences that you have in the past, where are they? Where are they? Are they somewhere out in the ether, in the universe? Are they in your pocket? Where are they? The place where they're recorded is in your mind, right? In your brain specifically. That's where they are at. And basically, when it happened, that experience was encoded on your brain, and you've been carrying this all along up to this moment, right? So look at the image in black. This is a very simplified version of it, but this is exactly what happens in your brain. When that experience happened, it got recorded onto your brain. It's just like a hard drive, computer hard drive, right? Something happens, it gets recorded on there, and this is the image that represents the past experience that you've had. So as you see, there is these neural networks, I'll explain, and these neural pathways, okay? So the pattern that experience is recorded on your brain, it looks something like this. Just imagine that, okay? So there is different areas. Maybe this is the thing that you did. Again, it could be a romantic thing, or it could be a career situation, some sort of failure, whatever it was. This is how it gets recorded, and alongside those, there is these neural networks that, for example, I have here. This could be shame, or this could be failure, right? It connects whatever that experience was to those two things, and that whole image, when you recollect it and when you think about it, whether it's conscious or unconscious, it helps. Actually, it doesn't help. It actually brings up that pain, right? It brings up that negativity, and every time you think about it, you feel sad, you feel failure, you feel like I just didn't like it. It was a very tough, traumatic experience. Now, on a scale, it could be very, very traumatic, or it could be something minor. Either way, this one affects you a lot, and this one affects you sometimes. All right. So, when you are encountered with a new opportunity, okay, that's kind of similar to that situation of the past, or it has areas where it brings out the same results. So you're trying to record a new experience, and it kind of, the image starts to form in your mind before to make the move, and that's represented by the green area right here, right? So this is kind of that's why it's green, I guess it's green, it hasn't been encoded yet like the black one. So it starts to say, okay, this is what this experience is going to be like. And what happens is that immediately, because this situation is kind of similar to the previous one, it actually connects to the same neural networks that caused the problem before, right? The emotions that are attached to that experience are right there represented in these red circles. And the new memory that you have, the new experience that you want to experience or you're thinking about connects to those things. You can't help that, but it does, right? So you kind of notice that, oh, well, this seems to be the same as last time, and here comes the pain, here comes the shame, here comes the failure, and you kind of pull back, okay? So what is the solution to that? Knowing that all of this stuff relates to this, you have an experience encoded on your mind. How do we go ahead and how do we change that? How do we reduce at least the impact of it so it doesn't hold you back in life, right? So when similar situations present themselves, you can make a move, all right? The way you do that, it's what I like to call reframing, okay, to reframe that past experience. Well, the easiest way to do it is to recollect that experience and ask yourself several questions to actually bring more positive stuff out of that experience. It could be positive, it could be neutral. So when you think about that experience, ask yourself, was there anything positive that came out of it? Did I learn something from it? Or along the path of going through that experience, did I meet some people that were beneficial in my life? Maybe you went through that experience with somebody who you learned something from or became a good friend later on. Maybe it was a mentor, or when you went through it and you came out on the other side, you felt that, oh, you're stronger because of it, okay? So all of these things are taking that old experience that you have, which was negative, and puts some more positive stuff around it to the point where you're reframing it into something different. And psychologically, the way that works is as such. When this memory gets recorded, every time you recollect it and you play around with it and you look at it again and you basically record it back on top of the old one, it's the new recording that actually is present in your mind, not the old one. So you can do that as many times as you want, right? You can recollect it, reframe it a little bit, put more positive stuff, and then record it back on top of it. You can do this over and over again to the point where the old memory as it was very negative and it held you back, and to the reframed memory of it now, they're totally different. This one may be a little bit better. It may even turn into a positive thing. A lot of people take their negative experience of the past and they reframe it, and over time they look at it as something that made them stronger, and they turn it into a positive thing. I'm sure you've heard examples of this over and over. So this is what they're doing. Even when you go to a therapist, for example, this is what the therapist does. They help you to recollect that memory and kind of eventually reframe it and record it on top of the old one. Now, when that happens, what happens is that the effect of that negative memory goes down, okay? And when the new experiences that you want to have, although they do connect to those same neural networks, but the impact of it is less, right? So it kind of allows you to feel the fear and do it anyway, to remember what has happened but move forward anyways. And that's what you want to get to, all right? The people that actually take the negative memories and their experiences and turn them into something that helps them, those are the individuals that go on to be very, very successful in life. Because when the good stuff happens in their life, they use that as fuel and they do more of it. And when the bad stuff happens, they actually reframe it and still turn it into a positive thing. I mean, you're a champ when you're able to do that, right? And it all starts with what I just explained here. It takes a little bit of practice, but it's definitely doable. If it's something very, very traumatic, you can go get help and make this happen, or you can do this on your own. So I encourage you to start small. Go ahead and use the practice and think of something that has happened in the past and something small that bugs you, okay? Maybe it doesn't stop you, but it's bugging you always. Take that and try to recall that memory, that experience, and immediately ask yourselves those questions that I asked. Is there something positive that came out of it? Maybe somebody that I met along the way that helped me out? Did it make me stronger? And create your own questions. I do encourage that. Ask yourself those questions to the point where you're continually taking the old experience and actually slowly adding more positive stuff to it and kind of reprogramming your brain, and that will definitely benefit you as you move forward in this world. After all, when we want to do something new, we need all of the power that we have, and we can't afford all that negative stuff. Let's say if you need 100 units of motivation and power to move forward, if 40 or 50% of that goes to the negative memories and negative pasts and all of that stuff, you're only moving forward. You only have maybe 60 units left to do that. And imagine if you didn't, if you had maybe 80 or 100 units of positive energy to move forward because you were able to reduce that, right? Every day, imagine every day this happens and you have all this power and motivation and positivity to move forward. So your past becomes less and less impactful, okay? Or the boat that I explained, the engine that is driving you becomes more and more powerful, so you can move forward and accomplish what you can in life. All right. So this is what I have today. I hope it helped you out. Go ahead and remember that step that I said today. Go ahead and start. Take something small in your past and reframe it. Make it into something more positive, or at least neutral, and do that over and over with all of your past experiences that were negative and they're bugging you. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like what you hear, go to BeGreat.com and drop your email or like us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all of the social media places. We would really appreciate it. Thank you for your time, and see you next time.